But we can get to some football stuff as we round this thing out. This came from you. Predictions for South Carolina. You know,
I'm pretty sure we did it
you
before a couple times. You know
we
what I'm saying?
we
It's
did
just a
do it.
tweet. It was a tweet recently. I just
Mm-hmm.
quoted it.
Okay.
I quoted it, and it just got so many mixed reactions. I just said, hey, 75, and I wouldn't be mad at it. I'm not trolling, none of that. Of course, you
None of
have our good your good people from the upstate in Pickens County. Of course, they had something to say.
Of course, man.
And the fine people in Knoxville, Tennessee, had a lot to say about me saying 75.
These
I made,
guys.
you know what I'm saying? Those guys up there in Knoxville, Tennessee, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, when I clip this, I'm gonna add the screenshots so y'all can see for yourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Please do. Please do.
But the reason I say 75, and of course, the Silver Gamecock fans understand as well. Even some got us going 8-4 or whatever. The reason I say 75 is, look, it's just from what we saw. We closing the book from 2023, going into this year. It's just I haven't just judging off the spring game. It just I haven't got enough confidence for us to say, hey, we're going 10 wins. Hey, we're going 11 wins. You know what I'm saying? I just think 75 just has to be our ceiling right now. Floor, I mean, really, our floor is 4-8. So we got 4 guaranteed wins. According to Vegas, we only have 4 guaranteed wins with favorite.
And I would agree with that.
Yeah. And that makes 3 games that we're the underdog and we really don't have no business winning. So which that's going to be, it has to be Kentucky. And this is my prediction. We have to get Kentucky.
We got to.
We have to get Mizzou, and we have to get Clemson. Those 3 wins. Those 3 wins that you know what I'm saying that we gotta win. That's who I think.
That's wins your season for sure.
That's the season. Yeah. Those 3 games are vital. That's the season right there.
Look, and I'll just go through it. If you telling me, obviously the 4 wins we're talking about, the 4 guarantees we're talking about, Old Dominion, Akron, Wofford, and Vanderbilt. Those are the 4 wins that we're saying Vegas is saying is guaranteed. If you're telling me we beat Kentucky, you're telling me we beat Mizzou, and you're telling me we beat Clemson with this schedule that we have, do I love it? Not. Do I love it? No. Am I satisfied? Absolutely. Absolutely, I'm satisfied with this. And you have to understand too, like, while we are talking about Lenore's, these are still going to be his first starts. You do understand, like, this may, like, there's going to have to be a level of patience and a level of wherewithal that, like, hey, these are his first starts. Now, open up against Old Dominion. I tell you this right now, Old Dominion ain't no walk in the park. Old Dominion will need trouble. I'm telling you right now. If you can handle Old Dominion, I would like to see how you come out against Old Dominion. A win against Old Dominion isn't enough for me. I need you to display that you've grown as a team, as a coaching staff, that you've grown. Because Old Dominion is a problem. I haven't watched enough. You see it. I take a watch Old Dominion most years. Like, obviously, I'm not watching Old Dominion games. They can compete with Virginia Tech. They can compete with Virginia. They can compete with ACC squads. We're not that far above those teams in my opinion. If you come out against Old Dominion and you set the tone early and you do what you're supposed to do, play like an SEC squad, play like a team that's improved their offensive line and defensive line, then maybe I'll be inclined to see differently. Winning isn't simply going to be enough in those 4 games that we're talking about that are guaranteed. Dominating is what's going to be, and that's what I'm looking for, because I can say this with no qualm at all. None of Beamer's teams have dominated jack shit in any of these so-called cupcake games. They haven't dominated. Not to the level I would like.
And I was just telling, to go off topic, I was literally just telling, cause I saw a Nebraska post, for some reason they got Nebraska going 7-0. I was like, do y'all not know who their offensive coordinator is? I was like, bro had us in a fucking barn fight with Georgia State, which no slouch. Georgia State. I was saying, I'm glad you brought up Old Dominion, no joke. Because Georgia State, no joke either. They knocked off some big dogs. They knocked off those people in Knoxville. But you know, Georgia Old Dominion, I'll be there at that game, and I just think that I'm gonna keep it honest with you. I think this offense is gonna start off real slow, real slow, real slow. But our defense is gonna be there. I think I'm not really worried about our defense. Cause I know our D line and our linebacker core is good. Only thing I'm really concerned is the DBs. I just think we haven't had that lockdown corner since Cam Smith. Cause old boy last year let me down.
Yeah.
But I believe in Fortune. I believe in Nick Emery. I don't think nobody gonna throw his way. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, and I stand on that. I think he at least top 5 safety in the.
I'll tell you right now. We have 2 safeties that will probably get their name called. That can likely end up getting their name called this upcoming draft if they so choose. Like that's how good they are. That's how good I believe they are. If they have the type of seasons that would warrant us being a good team, they'll both be headed to the league.
Correct. And I think this is the game that Dylan Stewart has to start. And
Desmond,
I think Dylan Stewart need to be the starter. I think Dylan Stewart need to be started regardless. That's just me.
We'll see, but Gilbert Edmonds back. I gotta imagine he probably gonna get the start before. Then also Desmond. I can't pronounce his last name. Forgive me, but Desmond, a freshman from last year, coming back this year.
Then they said the Georgia Tech transfer has been showing out too.
That's what I'm saying. Here's the thing: I'm not so keen on having Dylan Stewart start if there's depth within the room. Mm-hmm. And if there's vets and depth within the room, I think Dylan Stewart being a rotational guy means trouble for everybody.
Everybody to get his feet. Oh yeah. Can you think you're tired? I was like, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, we got another. Hey, Dylan, get on in now. Dylan. Yeah. Dylan might be that guy. Hey, I'm cool with Dylan being that guy. I'm cool with it. He getting back there every time.
Look, if we're thinking that he is the type of talent that we think he is, and we both believe that he's a special talent, probably one of the better edge rushers we've seen in Carolina in quite some time. I won't put names on anything because he hasn't played a game yet, but we think we think he has some special ability. Then having him in a designated pass rusher role, like, hey, bro, hey, look at it. Second 12, third 14. Hey,
we damn sure needed Dylan. We damn sure needed Dylan for that Florida game. We damn sure needed that. He ain't missing that tackle. He ain't missing it. He getting there. Dylan is gonna be that player. Man, look, man, Dylan is really gonna be that player that is just that's gonna feed the trenches. He is going to feed the trenches, and I love that we kept our experience. Hemingway and Sanders. I'm glad them two. I'm glad we kept them.
Those two very integral to where we can go as a unit. First of all, those two guys are two of the best defensive tackles I think you find in the nation.
Yeah.
Muschamp
players, I think. Muschamp players, I believe. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they're Muschamp guys. Again,
still here.
You can say what you want to about Muschamp, but he was never a guy that didn't know talent. He knew talent. Maximizing talent was the issue here. But again, I think there are things there. I'm going into the season with an open mind, clean slate. I don't have high expectations. 7-5 for me would be good. Can be now okay because especially with Lenore's at quarterback, there's something you can build on there. There's to me a lot that can be built upon from that. From him. I don't believe 75 is a bad record to shoot for. I don't believe that's a disappointment. I don't believe fans are wrong for thinking that being happy with possibly a 7-5 season. I think understanding where we were last year, dog. We just want to get back to we want to get some consistency. And in the Beamer era, I think the one thing that's gotten everybody so up in arms and we've seen even graphics about Beamer being on the hot seat already. It's because of the inconsistency. And we talked about it before, and I'll say it again. You find me a direction with this program and show me what does a Beamer squad look like? Because a Beamer squad for the first few years has looked like a team that kind of just gets by off the fact that you're probably better than the team that you're facing, and that we may have a trick play or two up our sleeve. Beamer, call it Beamer ball, and then go get a win. I need to see.
Yeah.
Find identity. What are you? Offensively, what are you? Defensively, what are you? Find that. And once you find it, that's when this program can truly catapult to the next step. But until that happens, I have nothing to look forward to with South Carolina until they can find an identity.
I think last year we tried to be an air raid type of team. Yeah. And we just didn't have the O line for that. That, just to air it out like that. I mean, it did boost Rattler and Excel, you know what I'm saying? This year, I feel like we're going back. I hate to sound nostalgic, but I think we're just going back to that old early 2010 style.
It'll be for the best.
Physical and a defense. And you know what I'm saying? And a good defense. Really the defense, honestly. Defense, I think we have an idea on defense.
Like you said, no matter how the game changes, that's how you win games consistently in the game of football. That's how that